Welcome to our Big Coins dealer, where we explore rare and valuable coins that could be worth a fortune. In today's video, we're going to take a deep dive into the 2017 Lincoln Penny, a coin that has captured the attention of collectors and coin enthusiasts alike. And yes, you heard that right, these pennies could be worth as much as $1 million. So if you have one of these coins in your pocket, you might be holding on to something truly special. First, let's start with some background on the 2017 Lincoln Penny. This coin is unique because it's the first time in the history of the U.S. Mint that the Philadelphia Mint mark, P, appeared on a Lincoln cent. This was done to celebrate the 225th anniversary of the United States Mint, making the coin a historical piece in itself. Prior to 2017, Lincoln pennies struck at the Philadelphia Mint did not bear any mint mark at all. Now, you might be wondering, what makes this penny worth $1 million? The answer lies in rarity and condition. While millions of these pennies were minted, there are some error coins and high-grade specimens that can fetch an extraordinary amount of money. Error coins are especially valuable to collectors because they are unique and rare. These errors can include things like missed strikes, double dies, or off-center strikes. One of the key factors that can increase the value of a 2017 Lincoln penny is its grade. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, flawless coin. A 2017 Lincoln penny that has been graded as MS67 or higher by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC can be worth a significant amount of money. In fact, some of the highest graded 2017 pennies have sold for hundreds of dollars, and there's speculation that a perfect MS70 specimen could eventually reach that elusive $1 million mark. Another reason collectors are interested in the 2017 penny is its limited minting year. Since this is the only year the P mint mark was added to the Lincoln penny, it makes the coin a one-of-a-kind issue. Coins with unique features, especially those tied to historical events or anniversaries, tend to become highly sought after over time. So, how do you know if you have a valuable 2017 penny? First, look for the P mint mark on the front of the coin, just under the date. Next, examine the coin carefully for any potential errors or signs that it might be a higher grade specimen. If you believe you have a coin in excellent condition, it's worth having it professionally graded by a reputable coin grading service. Now, let's talk about where you can sell your 2017 Lincoln penny if you think it's worth big money. Auction sites like eBay or Heritage Auctions are great places to sell rare coins, especially those with high grades or rare errors. You could also take your coin to a local coin dealer, but keep in mind that they might offer you less than what you could get from an auction. If you're serious about collecting and selling rare coins, it's important to stay informed about the current market. Coin values can fluctuate based on demand, so keeping up with the latest trends is crucial. Joining online coin forums or visiting coin shows can also help you learn more about what collectors are looking for and how to maximize the value of your coins. In conclusion, the 2017 Lincoln penny is not just a regular penny. Its unique mint mark, historical significance, and potential for rare errors make it a valuable find for any collector. And who knows, with the right combination of rarity and condition, your 2017 penny could be worth as much as $1 million. So start checking your change, because you never know when you might come across one of these rare gems. We're going to talk about one specific Lincoln penny that could make you a millionaire. Yes, you heard that right. We're talking about the 1997 Lincoln penny that could be worth up to $1.2 million. So, if you've ever come across a 1997 penny with a D mint mark, you'll want to stick around and find out if it's one of the rare ones that could change your life. Let's start with the basics. The 1997 Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark right below the date on the coin. These pennies are part of the long-standing Lincoln cent series, featuring Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, or front side of the coin, which has been a staple of U.S. currency since 1909. On the reverse, we see the iconic Lincoln Memorial, which was part of the penny's design from 1959 to 2008. Now, you might be thinking, how can a penny minted in 1997 be worth more than face value, let alone $1.2 million? Well, that's where things get interesting. Like many rare and valuable coins, the 1997 Lincoln penny gains its extraordinary value from a combination of factors, including rarity, condition, and error types. So, what makes this particular coin worth $1.2 million? The key lies in the minting process. Errors made during the production of coins can make them highly sought after by collectors. For the 1997 Lincoln penny, there are a few types of errors and variations that can make it extremely valuable. One of the most famous types of errors is that this happens when the die used to strike the coin shifts between strikes, resulting in a coin with doubled images. If a 1997 penny has a noticeable doubling of features, like Lincoln's profile or the date, it could be worth a fortune. Other potential errors could include misaligned dies, die cracks, or even off-center strikes. All of these mistakes during production are rare, but when found, they significantly increase the value of the coin. Another major factor that contributes to the penny's value is its condition. When we talk about coin grading, we refer to its level of wear and tear, or lack thereof. Coins that have stayed in near-perfect condition since the time they were minted are extremely rare and can fetch a much higher price. For a 1997 Lincoln penny to be worth as much as $1.2 million, it needs to be in almost mint state condition. This means the coin should have little to no wear, clear details, and no damage. The highest grade a coin can achieve is called MS-70, meaning the coin is flawless and looks exactly like it did when it was first struck. While it's very rare for a coin to achieve this grade, even those graded as MS-65 or higher can be worth a significant amount of money. Now, you might be wondering how to check if the 1997 Lincoln penny in your pocket change or coin collection is one of the rare, valuable ones. The first thing you need to do is examine the coin carefully under good lighting, possibly with a magnifying glass or microscope. Make sure your penny has the D mint mark, meaning it was minted in Denver. Without this, your coin will not be part of the rare batch. As mentioned earlier, look for any doubling of the design elements. Pay special attention to Lincoln's profile, the date, and any lettering on the coin. If your coin is free of any scratches, dents, or major signs of wear, it could be in excellent condition, raising its value. The cleaner and more intact the coin, the higher the grade and, thus, the higher its value. If you believe you have a rare 1997 penny, the next step is to get it graded by a professional coin grading service, such as PCGS or NGC. These organizations will authenticate your coin, assess its condition, and assign it a grade, which will determine its market value. Coins with high grades or notable errors can be sold at auctions for astounding prices, sometimes reaching the $1.2 million mark. There have been instances where rare pennies, like the 1997 Lincoln penny, have fetched jaw-dropping prices at auctions. Collectors are always on the lookout for these rare coins, and with the right combination of error types and mint condition, your penny could be the next big find. For example, a rare error Lincoln penny from a different year sold for over $1 million because of its pristine condition and unique error. That's why checking your pocket change for rare coins is always a smart move. Who knows? Your next penny could be worth far more than 1 cent. So, there you have it. The 1997 Lincoln penny could be worth as much as $1.2 million if it has the right combination of rarity, condition, and errors. Always be on the lookout for these coins, because finding one could be like hitting the jackpot. If you enjoyed learning about this rare and valuable coin, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos on coins that are worth big money. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Also, leave a comment below if you think you have a rare penny in your collection, or if you have any other coins you want to learn more about. We're diving into a fascinating topic for all you coin collectors and enthusiasts out there. We're talking about the 1972 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, a coin that has recently made waves in the coin collecting world with values reaching as high as $1.1 million. If you're wondering how a simple penny could be worth that much, stay tuned as we break it all down for you. The 1972 Lincoln penny, also known as the Lincoln cent, is part of a long line of pennies featuring the image of President Abraham Lincoln on the front, which has been the standard since 1909. The penny was created to honor Lincoln's 100th birthday. By 1972, these pennies were common in circulation, with millions being produced at mints across the United States. However, what sets some 1972 pennies apart from the rest is their rare errors, especially the ones without a mint mark data. No mint mark. Penny means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which historically did not include a mint mark on its pennies. But what truly makes some 1972 pennies special is the striking error that occurred during production. Errors that are now highly sought after by collectors. You might be wondering how a penny from 1972 could possibly be worth $1.1 million. The answer lies in the condition of the coin and, more importantly, the type of error it possesses. One of the most famous errors associated with the 1972 no mint mark penny is the double die obverse. This error occurs when the die, which is used to strike the coin, moves slightly between strikes, causing parts of the design to appear doubled. On the 1972 penny, this doubling is most noticeable in the lettering, such as the word liberty and the phrase, "In God we trust." If you have a 1972 penny where the letters appear doubled, you could be holding onto something extremely valuable. There are various classes of double die errors, but the Class 1 double die obverse is the most famous and valuable for this year. Some of these pennies have been sold at auctions for tens of thousands, and the most pristine examples have been known to reach prices upwards of $1.1 million. Now, let's talk about what you need to look for to determine if you have one of these rare and valuable coins. First, you want to examine the obverse, or the front of the penny, very carefully. You'll need a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to get a good look at the details. Look closely at the word liberty, the date 1972, and the phrase, "In God we trust." If you see clear doubling on these letters and numbers, that's a strong indicator that you have a double die variety. It's important to note that the doubling should be obvious and clear to the naked eye or under slight magnification. If the doubling is subtle or requires intense magnification to see, it's likely not the rare variety that collectors are willing to pay big money for. Another key factor is the condition of the coin. The better the condition, the higher the value. Coins that are in mint state, meaning they have little to no wear and retain their original luster, are worth significantly more than those that show signs of heavy circulation. If you think you've found a 1972 no mint mark double die penny, it's essential to have it authenticated and graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. These organizations can confirm whether your coin is genuine and assign it a grade based on its condition. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin could be. Now let's talk about some of the incredible auction results we've seen for the 1972 no mint mark Lincoln penny. One of the most stunning sales took place in recent years when a pristine, high-grade 1972 double die obverse penny sold for an astonishing $1.1 million at auction. This sale set a record for this particular coin and stunned even the most experienced collectors. It's not just about the doubling or the lack of a mint mark. The condition of these coins plays a massive role in their value. A well-preserved 1972 penny, even without an error, could still be worth a good amount, but when you combine a rare error with a high grade, you've got a recipe for a truly valuable coin. If you're wondering how you can get your hands on one of these valuable 1972 pennies, there's still hope. While it's rare to find one of these pennies in circulation today, it's not impossible. Checking your pocket change or going through rolls of pennies from the bank could yield surprising results. People often overlook older pennies, and many collectors have found rare and valuable coins simply by being diligent and patient. Additionally, estate sales, garage sales, and even old collections from family members could be treasure troves of valuable coins. You never know when a rare find might pop up, so keep your eyes peeled and always take the time to examine older pennies closely. The 1972 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how a seemingly ordinary coin can turn out to be worth a fortune. If you come across a 1972 penny, don't just toss it aside. Take a closer look, especially if it has no mint mark and exhibits doubling on the front. With values reaching as high as $1.1 million, this penny is definitely one to watch for. We're going to talk about a specific coin that could be hiding in your collection or even in your pocket change. The 1987 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, potentially worth an incredible $1.3 million. That's right. A penny that was originally worth just 1 cent could now be worth a fortune. So, if you want to learn how to spot this rare coin, why it's worth so much, and what to do if you find one, make sure to watch this video until the end. Let's dive right in. First, let's talk about the 1987 Lincoln penny. Like most Lincoln pennies, this coin features the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, or the front, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. These coins were produced in large quantities by the United States Mint, with billions of pennies being struck in the 1980s. Most of these pennies are still circulating today, and while they're worth only their face value to most people, some pennies from 1987 have the potential to be worth much more. One key factor to look out for is the absence of a mint mark. Most pennies have a mint mark that indicates where they were made. If your penny was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, it won't have a mint mark. In 1987, both the Philadelphia and Denver Mints were producing pennies. However, only a few pennies from this year without a mint mark are considered valuable, and it's not just the absence of a mint mark that makes them special. Now, you're probably wondering, what makes this 1987 penny so valuable? The answer lies in its rarity and condition. Pennies that have been preserved in nearly perfect condition, often referred to as mint state or MS pennies, are highly sought after by collectors. For a coin to be worth $1.3 million, it would need to be in the highest possible grade, such as MS 69 or even MS 70, which is basically a flawless coin. That means it shows no signs of wear, scratches, or imperfections. Coins in this condition are incredibly rare because most pennies get circulated, handled, and damaged over time. But condition alone isn't enough to make a 1987 no-mint mark penny worth millions. What really sets these pennies apart is a combination of rarity, demand, and the fact that certain collectors are willing to pay a premium for the most pristine examples of this coin. High-grade 1987 pennies without a mint mark are so hard to find that they have become almost legendary in the numismatic world. In addition to condition, there are also certain varieties or errors that can make a penny much more valuable. Some 1987 no-mint mark pennies may feature minor minting errors that occurred during the production process. These errors can include things like double die strikes, off-center strikes, or other imperfections that occurred when the coin was struck. While these errors might seem like defects, they can actually increase the value of the coin significantly, especially if they're unique. If you happen to find a 1987 no-mint mark penny with an error, it's important to have the coin professionally graded and authenticated by a reputable service like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. A certified error coin in excellent condition could be worth even more than a regular high-grade penny. So, how can you find one of these rare 1987 Lincoln pennies? The best place to start is by checking your own collection of coins. Look for pennies from 1987 and pay close attention to whether they have a mint mark. If you find one without a mint mark, you could be holding on to something very valuable. Don't forget to check the condition of the penny. If it looks nearly flawless, it could be worth having it professionally evaluated. Another way to find rare pennies is by searching through rolls of pennies from the bank. This method, known as coin roll hunting, is popular among collectors and treasure hunters who hope to find rare coins hiding in plain sight. It might take some time and patience, but the potential reward is worth the effort. If you think you've found a rare 1987 no mint mark penny, the first thing you should do is protect it. Handle it carefully, preferably with gloves, and avoid cleaning it, as this can reduce its value. The next step is to have the coin professionally graded. As mentioned earlier, services like PCGS or NGC can assess the coin's condition and certify its authenticity. Having the coin graded can also give you a better idea of its true market value. Once your coin is certified, you can choose to either hold onto it as a long-term investment or sell it. If you decide to sell, there are several avenues you can explore, including online auctions, coin dealers, or even private collectors. Be sure to do your research and work with reputable buyers to ensure you get the best price for your rare coin. In conclusion, the 1987 Lincoln penny with no mint mark is a coin that could change your life if you're lucky enough to find one in the right condition. With the potential to be worth as much as $1.3 million, it's definitely worth taking a closer look at your pennies. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or someone who's just starting to explore the world of rare coins, finding a treasure like this could be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. We're diving into the fascinating world of rare coins, focusing on a special gem that could be hiding in your pocket change, the 1967 no mint mark Lincoln penny. You won't believe it, but this humble penny could be worth as much as $1.4 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny with no mint mark could be your ticket to a fortune. So, stick around as we unravel the mystery behind this valuable coin and how you can identify one. Let's start by understanding why the 1967 penny has gained such attention. During this time, the U.S. Mint was facing a massive coin shortage. To help combat this, they temporarily suspended mint marks on coins from 1965 to 1967. This means that all coins produced during this period lack the mint mark, which usually tells collectors where the coin was made. But the lack of a mint mark isn't the only reason the 1967 Lincoln penny is special. Condition plays a massive role in a coin's value. Coins that have been preserved in excellent condition over time, without scratches, dents, or discoloration, can fetch astronomical prices at auctions. The highest record sale of a 1967 no mint mark Lincoln penny was a jaw-dropping $1.4 million, and that was largely due to the coin's pristine condition. This coin was graded as a mint state, which is the highest possible condition for a coin. So, if you're lucky enough to find one of these pennies in mint condition, you could be looking at a small fortune. Next, let's talk about the features that make the 1967 Lincoln penny stand out. It's made primarily of copper, as are most pennies from that era. On the front side, you'll see the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, which was designed by Victor David Brenner. On the reverse side, you'll notice the familiar image of the Lincoln Memorial, which has been on the back of the penny since 1959. But what makes this particular penny worth so much? The answer lies in its rarity and the demand among collectors. 1967 pennies, in general, are not rare, but finding one in excellent condition is exceptionally difficult. Many of these pennies were heavily circulated, and that wear and tear significantly reduces their value. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for pennies that show little to no signs of use. If you come across a 1967 penny that looks brand new or close to it, you may have hit the jackpot. Now, you might be wondering how to determine if your 1967 penny is worth millions. The first step is to closely examine the coin. Look for any signs of wear, scratches, or discoloration. The closer your penny is to mint condition, the higher its value. It's also a good idea to weigh the penny. A standard 1967 Lincoln penny should weigh about 3.11 grams. If your penny weighs significantly more or less, it could be a valuable error coin, which would also increase its worth. Another important step is to have your coin graded by a professional. Coin grading services like PCGS or NGC can assess the condition of your penny and provide an official grade. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. A 1967 penny in mint state 67 or higher is extremely rare, and that's where the big money comes in. So, what should you do if you think you have a valuable 1967 no mint mark Lincoln penny? First, handle the coin carefully. Avoid touching it with your bare hands, as the oils from your skin can damage the surface. Store it in a protective holder, like a coin flip or an airtight capsule, to keep it safe from further wear. Then, consider getting it appraised by a professional coin dealer or sending it to a grading service for certification. Now, let's talk about selling your rare coin. If you're fortunate enough to own a high-grade 1967 Lincoln penny, you could sell it through an auction house specializing in rare coins. Major auction houses, such as Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers, have sold coins for millions of dollars. Another option is to sell it online through platforms like eBay or a dedicated coin marketplace. Just be sure to get your coin appraised and graded before selling, so you know its true value. As we wrap up, it's important to remember that not all 1967 pennies will be worth millions. Most are worth their face value, but there's always a chance that one could be a hidden treasure. It's all about the condition, rarity, and demand. So, the next time you're sorting through your pocket change, take a closer look at those pennies. You never know when you might stumble upon a coin that could change your life. We're diving into one of the hottest topics in coin collecting right now, the 2019 no mint mark Lincoln penny that could be worth an incredible $1.5 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny from your pocket change could turn into a life-changing sum of money. But what exactly makes this coin so valuable? Stick around, and by the end of this video, you'll know all the key details that could help you find one of these rare pennies. Now, before we jump into the details, let's take a quick look at what the no mint mark actually means. When you look at a coin, the mint mark indicates where it was made. For U.S. coins, you typically see letters like D for Denver, S for San Francisco, or P for Philadelphia. However, some coins, especially those struck at the Philadelphia Mint, do not carry a mint mark at all. And that's exactly what we're talking about with this 2019 Lincoln penny. One of the biggest factors driving up the value of these pennies is their rarity. In the world of coin collecting, rarity is king. Even though millions of 2019 pennies were minted, finding one with no mint mark that is in pristine condition is extremely difficult. Coins that are perfectly preserved, meaning no wear or damage, are the ones that fetch the highest prices. Collectors are always on the lookout for these flawless examples, and they're willing to pay big money to add them to their collection. The condition of the coin plays a crucial role in determining its value. If you have a 2019 no mint mark penny that's been circulated, it may still have some value, but nothing compared to those in mint condition. To reach the $1 million price tag, your penny must be graded at the highest level, known as MS-70. This means it's practically perfect, with no visible flaws under magnification. Coins in this condition are incredibly rare and highly sought after. As word spreads about the value of these 2019 pennies, demand from collectors has skyrocketed. There's a limited supply of top condition no mint mark pennies, which means that prices continue to climb as more people try to get their hands on one. With collectors willing to pay as much as $1.5 million for the right penny, it's no wonder these coins are making headlines. Now, you might be wondering, how can you tell if your 2019 penny is the one that could be worth a fortune? First, you'll want to carefully inspect the coin. Look for any signs of wear or damage. Scratches, dents, or discoloration can all reduce the value of the coin. If your penny looks like it's in excellent condition, the next step is to check for the mint mark, or in this case, the lack of one. If there's no mint mark and the coin appears to be uncirculated, it's worth taking it to a professional coin grader to get it appraised. If you believe you have a 2019 no mint mark Lincoln penny in pristine condition, your next step should be to get it graded by a reputable grading service. The two most popular grading companies in the U.S. are PCGS, the Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. These experts will carefully examine your coin and assign it a grade based on its condition. Coins that receive the highest grades, like MS-70, are the ones that can fetch top dollar at auction or when sold to collectors. In conclusion, the 2019 no mint mark Lincoln penny is a coin you'll definitely want to keep an eye out for. While it's rare to find one in the condition needed to be worth $1.5 million, it's certainly possible, and collectors are paying attention. So, the next time you're going through your pocket change or looking through a jar of old pennies, take a moment to check if you've got a 2019 penny with no mint mark. It could be your lucky day. That's it for today's video. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and updates on valuable coins. Drop a comment below if you've ever come across a rare penny or have any questions about your own coins. We're diving into the 2006 mint mark Lincoln penny, which could potentially be worth an astonishing $1.6 million. That's right, your simple penny could be your ticket to a life-changing fortune. Let's break down why this coin is so valuable and what you should be looking for. First, let's talk a little bit about the history of the 2006 Lincoln penny. Minted in Denver, the D mint mark on these pennies indicates their origin. In 2006, billions of these pennies were produced, making it seem like they're just another ordinary coin. However, as with many valuable coins, the rarity comes from certain errors or unique features that make them stand out from the rest. So, what exactly makes a 2006 Lincoln penny worth $1.6 million? The key lies in identifying certain rare minting errors or varieties. Some pennies may have doubling on the date or other parts of the design, known as a double die error. This means that parts of the coin design appear to be stamped twice, creating a slight overlap or shadow. It's this type of error that can make a seemingly common penny incredibly rare and valuable. Another important factor is the condition of the coin. Collectors and buyers look for coins in pristine condition, often referred to as mint state or uncirculated condition. If your 2006 Lincoln penny shows no signs of wear, meaning it has sharp details and no scratches, it could significantly increase its value. Coins that have been graded by a professional coin grading service and received a high grade, especially those that are near perfect, can fetch hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars at auction. Now, let's get into the potential value. While not every 2006 penny will be worth a fortune, some have sold for jaw-dropping prices. If you happen to have one in top condition with a rare error, it could be valued at over $1.6 million. Some rare coins are prized not only for their condition, but also for their scarcity. A combination of these factors is what drives collectors to bid so high for these coins. You might be wondering how to tell if you have one of these valuable pennies in your collection. Start by checking for any visible errors like doubling on the date, the lettering, or Lincoln's profile. Next, examine the coin's condition closely. If it appears to be in great shape with little to no wear, consider getting it professionally graded to determine its exact value. It's also a good idea to keep an eye on coin auctions and online marketplaces to see how much 2060 pennies are selling for. This will give you an idea of the current market demand and potential price range. Remember, the rarer the error and the better the condition, the higher the value. So, if you come across a 2060 Lincoln penny, don't overlook it. Take a moment to inspect it carefully. You could be holding $1 million coin in your hand without even realizing it. In conclusion, the 2060 Lincoln penny may seem like just another coin, but with the right conditions and errors, it could be worth up to $1.6 million. So, make sure to check your loose change, coin jars, and collections. You never know when you might strike it rich. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and to discover other valuable coins that could be hiding in plain sight. We're diving into an incredible story of a seemingly ordinary coin that could change your life. We're talking about the 1969 Lincoln penny, a coin that has gained legendary status in the world of coin collecting. Could you be holding a 1969 penny worth up to $1.7 million? Stick around to find out how this small piece of copper became one of the most valuable coins in circulation today. The 1969 Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, and at first glance, it looks just like any other penny you'd come across in your pocket change. But what makes some of these pennies worth a fortune is the combination of rarity, condition, and specific errors that collectors are willing to pay big money for. First, let's talk about what you should look for. While millions of these pennies were produced, only a few are truly valuable. The ones that stand out are usually in mint condition, meaning they've never been circulated or have been exceptionally well preserved. If you have one that still shines and has crisp, clear details, that's already a good start. But what really makes the 1969 penny worth a staggering $1.7 million is the presence of certain mint errors. One of the key factors that could increase the value of a 1969 penny is a specific type of doubling known as a double die. A double die error occurs during the minting process when the die used to strike the coin is incorrectly prepared, causing the design to appear twice in certain areas. On the 1969 penny, look closely at the date or the inscriptions. If you notice a doubling effect, especially on the numbers in the date or the word Liberty, you could be holding an extremely valuable penny. Another important detail to look for is the condition of the coin. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, flawless coin. The higher the grade, the more valuable your penny will be. Even without a doubling error, a 1969 penny in mint state could still fetch a decent price, but with the error, it can skyrocket in value. So, why would collectors pay such a high price for this penny? The answer lies in its rarity and historical significance. Coin collectors and investors are always on the hunt for coins that stand out, whether due to errors, low mintage numbers, or impeccable condition. The 1969 penny with a double die error is one of those coins that checks all the boxes. Only a few of these coins are known to exist, which makes them incredibly sought after by collectors. Now, you might be wondering how you can get your penny evaluated. If you think you have a 1969 Lincoln penny with a potential error, the first step is to have it authenticated by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. These experts can verify if your penny has the doubling error and assign it a grade, which will ultimately determine its market value. Once authenticated and graded, your penny could be worth thousands, even millions of dollars depending on the error and condition. Some collectors are willing to spend significant amounts of money to add one of these rare coins to their collection, and that's where the $1.7 million figure comes into play. The record sale for a 1969 D double die penny was a jaw-dropping $1.7 million, a testament to how valuable these coins can be. If you have a 1969 D Lincoln penny in your collection, or come across one in your change, take a closer look. You might just be holding a piece of history that's worth a fortune. So there you have it, the fascinating story of the 1969 D Lincoln penny, a coin that could turn your pocket change into a life-changing amount of money. Be sure to check your pennies carefully, because you never know what treasures could be hiding in plain sight. We're diving into an incredible story about a 1996 D Lincoln penny that's worth a staggering $1.8 million. That's right, this tiny coin that you might have in your pocket right now could be worth a life-changing amount of money. Stick around to learn everything you need to know about how to identify one of these valuable pennies, what makes it so special, and how you could cash in big if you find one. Let's start with a little background on the 1996 D Lincoln penny. First, the D Mint mark on this coin stands for the Denver Mint where it was produced. The Denver Mint is one of the 4 main U.S. mint locations, and they produced millions of pennies in 1996. So why are some of these pennies worth so much? Well, most 1996 D pennies are just your standard 1-cent coins. But, as with many valuable coins, it's the rare errors and variations that make them stand out. In this case, we're talking about a specific kind of minting error or a very limited variety of the 1996 D penny that has collectors willing to pay up to $1.80 million. One of the first things you need to look for is a high-quality strike. That means the coin should have sharp details in Abraham Lincoln's hair, the bow tie, and the lettering on the front. Coins that have a perfectly clear and strong strike are rarer and, therefore, more valuable. Coins that appear in mint condition, which means they haven't been circulated or show little to no wear and tear, are especially sought after by collectors. But the real money comes into play with error coins. There are known cases where the 1996 D penny had double dies, off-center strikes, or other errors that occurred during the minting process. Double die errors, for example, happen when the die used to stamp the coin imprints the design more than once, causing a doubling effect on the lettering or images. If you can spot a double die on your 1996 D penny, you could be looking at a massive payday. Another factor to consider is the coin's grade. Professional coin grading services, like PCGS or NGC, can evaluate your coin and give it a grade based on its condition. The higher the grade, the more valuable your coin could be. For instance, a 1996 D penny with a high grade, such as Mint State 68 or higher, could fetch a hefty price at auction. In fact, it's one of these ultra-rare, high-grade coins that sold for $1.80 million. Now, let's talk about how you can find out if your 1996 D penny is worth a fortune. First, take a close look at the coin's surface and see if you notice anything unusual. Is the coin in great condition, free of scratches and wear? Do you see any doubling on the letters or numbers? Is the strike crisp and clear? If you spot any of these key features, you might have something special. If you believe your coin is valuable, the next step is to get it authenticated and graded by a professional service. You can send it to a reputable coin grading company, and they will carefully examine it under magnification and assign it a grade. If your penny gets a high grade and has a rare error, you could be looking at a 6-figure payout or more. Keep in mind that rare coins like these often come with a lot of excitement from the collector community. If you do have a 1996 D penny that's worth big money, you'll want to consider selling it at a well-known auction house where collectors are ready to bid high. So there you have it, the incredible story of the 1996 D Lincoln penny worth up to $1.8 million. Who would have thought that a simple penny could be worth such a fortune? If you've got some old pennies lying around, now's the time to check them carefully. You never know, that 1-cent coin in your hand could change your life forever. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest updates. And as always, let us know in the comments if you found any rare coins or if you've got a 1996 D penny worth millions. We're diving into the 2008 D mint mark Lincoln penny, a coin that has sparked the interest of collectors due to its potential worth. Believe it or not, there are reports that some of these pennies have sold for as high as $1.9 million. Yes, you heard that right, a penny that could be worth millions. The 2008 Lincoln penny is part of a series that's been around since 1909, but what makes the 2008 D version stand out is its scarcity in certain conditions. The D mint mark indicates that this penny was minted in Denver, one of the two main mints responsible for producing coins in the United States. While millions of these pennies were produced, only a select few have become extremely valuable. The key is in their condition, rarity, and unique errors. When it comes to coin collecting, the condition of the coin plays a crucial role in its value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being the highest possible grade, meaning the coin is in perfect condition. Pennies from 2008 with a grade of MS67 or higher, meaning they are in near perfect, uncirculated condition, have fetched premium prices at auction. It's these high-grade coins that collectors are willing to pay big money for, because of their pristine condition and rarity. Another reason why some 2008 D Lincoln pennies are worth so much money is due to minting errors. Errors occur during the coin production process and can include things like double dies, off-center strikes, or missing features. These errors make the coin unique and highly sought after by collectors. In fact, coins with these rare errors often fetch the highest prices, sometimes reaching up to that staggering $1.9 million mark. If you happen to have one with a noticeable error, you could be holding a small fortune in your hand. So what should you be looking for if you have a 2008 D penny? First, check the coin's condition. If it appears uncirculated and without scratches, dents, or other signs of wear, it might be worth getting it professionally graded. Next, look for any unusual characteristics, such as a doubled image on Lincoln's face or on the text, or any misalignments. These errors can drastically increase the value of your penny. If you think you have a valuable 2008 D penny, the next step is to get it authenticated and graded. There are reputable coin grading services like the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC) that can help determine the value of your coin. These organizations will examine your penny and give it a grade based on its condition and any unique features it may have. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin will be. To give you an idea of just how valuable these pennies can be, let's take a look at some recent auction results. In top-tier auctions, some 2008 D Lincoln pennies have sold for over $1 million, with rare error coins going for even more. One of the highest reported sales of a 2008 D Lincoln penny was for an incredible $1.9 million, a staggering price for a penny that originally cost 1 cent to make. This just goes to show that these coins are not to be overlooked. So, the next time you come across a 2008 D mint mark Lincoln penny, don't just toss it aside. Take a closer look. You might be sitting on a treasure worth millions. Whether it's the coin's condition, a rare error, or its scarcity, the potential for big money is very real. Make sure to have your coin graded and authenticated if you believe you've got something special, because you never know when a simple penny could turn into a life-changing fortune. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future content.